A legend tells that a long time ago, monsters could give the ability to certain elected officials to master the 5 elements. But for that, you have to go through the dangerous foggy mountains. We follow the adventures of one of these elected officials, Mountain Fog Fire Aspect. The young and brave fire envoy is opening a gate that separates the demon and human realm. He seeks to challenge the sacred beast, Qilin. It is said that Qilin can cure any illness. He seeks its powers to cure his mother and the water envoy's sister. The powerful demon steps out emitting a fierce aura. He tries to deliver a blow, but gets knocked back and overwhelmed by the sacred beast. The adrenaline and damage he received cause him to consume large amounts of qi to enhance his fire power and continue the fight. The water, earth, wood and metal aspects arrive quickly after and join the confrontation. The sacred beast's baby hops out of the gate and runs off. The sacred beast feels that something's wrong and takes the 2 relatives of the fire and water envoy as hostages into the demon realm until they find his son and bring him back to him. We cut to a girl running down a hill to a mountain village to meet her granny and brings her the herbs she has collected in her basket. She drinks some water then runs off with another basket filled with packed herbs to bring to her father's chemist. We see 2 brothers, one drinking and the other doing taxes. They are the 2 of the 7 village leaders. 6th and 7th brother Chu Huang and Hua Lu. They were talking how the new medicine they developed had been doing great work for the health of the village. We find out that the girl's name is Xiao and after greeting them as her uncles when she passes by. She gets the packages to chemist keeper, her 5th uncle, brother Shan Zi. She turns around the counter to bump into her father, 3rd brother Bai Yi. He drops some sort of purple powder from a container and tells her to be more careful next time. She tells 5th brother Shan Zi that she wants to give her granny care and medicine for her leg and continue to provide herbs for them in return. They are more than happy to help the old village sage. Her father then points out that she still needs to pay for the broken gallipot. In exchange for her paying him back, he mentions how all his gallipots are custom made by a drunkard in the mountains. She'll have to go to him and bring back one of his gallipots. He gives Xiao the money and tells her to be careful. We see a gang of ninjas lurking through the forest. They see Xiao playing with the money bag and approach her to ask for directions of the nearest village. They mention that they are from a long way here and that they are very tired and want some place to rest and sleep for tonight. Agitated, she gives them very specific and calculated directions. They believe her and go on their way. She starts running away as fast as she can and consequently rolls of a hill. She hits her head on a big stone tabled in the middle of the mountain that spells out, Spirit, Hidden, Fog, Hill. The stone monument starts glowing with a blue light. Xiao gets spooked by a duck touching her leg and throws the duck in the air as payback. The duck tries to slow its fall by flapping its wings. Xiao finds herself in a sky-blue lake surrounded by a foggy forest. She spots a male figure bathing in the lake water. The man sees her peeping and she falls off from the cliff she was standing on. He shifts his attention to the duck and chooses to catch it instead of the girl. Back at the chemist. The village chief eldest brother Qi has made a request of panacea. Bai Yi tells the 6th and 7th brother to make a trip and deliver it to their brother. They open a secret door and go through the passage. At the lake the man gets dressed. Apparently the duck is his loyal companion. The guy asks Xiao what's her business around here and tells her the time. She explains to him how she needs get to the drunkard man around these parts of the mountain to purchase a gallipot from him. He luckily knows a shortcut. Xiao decides to follow him and asks what's the deal with the stone table that she came across. He tells her a story of how the 5 mythical elements once sealed all the demons in the shrouded mountain. They arrive at their destination of the old drunkard's hut. The girl's amazed by the elder's pottery skills. They found him drunk covered in pots of booze. He points out how he brought a beautiful young lady with him and she tells the elder that the head of Shan village sent her for one of his custom-made gallipots. We find here that the young man's name is Xian and the pots the girl was staring at were his pieces of work, not the old man's. They leave with the gallipot before it gets too dark and Xiao gets the time to introduce herself to Xian as Su Xiaoan, daughter of the 3rd eldest leader of Shan village. 6th and 7th brother finally arrive back at the chemist and hear the bell ringing at the front gate. The 3 ninjas from earlier have caused some commotion and killed a few of the guards at the gate. The 6th brother jumps into battle to fight off the ninjas just before they take another life. The 5th brother joins him and shows his spear-wielding skills. Xian and Xiao arrive at the scene. They hold themselves from entering the battlefield, but Xian intervenes when the 5th brother is about to die and reveals that he's the Mountain Fog Fire Aspect. The ninjas are compelled to do the same and divulge their real forms as demons. Shan kills the 2 lesser demons and notices that the third one is stronger than usual. Also, his duck talks. In a more distanced part of the village, some boys are stealing drying fruit from a boy their age. His name's Dan. This isn't the first time they're doing this, and he manages to chase them out with a pitchfork. The boy's older brother, Xing, arrives home after a long journey and they're happy to see each other again. He reveals to him that he will be able to take a long break from his work and stay with his little brother until well after New Year's. Dan's very happy to hear this. They eat some really sour monk fruit and the elder brother drops a box of rouge from his pocket. Dan asks if it's a present for Sue. Apparently Xing has a crush on her. Their chatter is interfered by a loud explosion in the mountain parts where the village temple is. They start heading towards the explosion to see what's going on. Back at the gate bridge, the situation seems to have gotten out of hand. There doesn't seem to be a soldier not wounded or dead. A retreat is ordered by the 3rd brother. Sue also takes 5th brother to safety. The leader of the monsters drops the facade and transforms into a huge monstrous demon peacock. The comrade duck makes an attempt to attack him, but comically gets slapped out the way and into the lake. The fight lasts entire minutes. Shan focuses on delivering powerful blows using his fire elemental abilities. The demon peacock focuses on manipulating the water near them with forceful chi breaths and weakening Shan's flames. Shan prevails and deals a powerful blast to the demon peacock and sends him flying. The demon peacock takes this opportunity and seemingly tries to flee from the encounter. The soldiers that managed to retreat from the fort notified the rest of the village of what's happening and panic started to form in the crowd. Dan and Xing also arrive at the scene. The peacock demon appears behind Bai Yi, who was trying to calm down the mob. The monster catches a scent from him and asks for the location of said scent. 3rd brother Bai Yi denies his knowledge of what he's referring to. Shan catches up to the demon and pins it down. The bird shoots a blast of chi at the 6th brother and his son. Shan jumps to the rescue and the peacock takes this chance to heavily injure Shan's arm and leg with a slash of its feathers. The peacock demon claims that the humans are at fault for this. Shan seems to understand, but states that he cannot control their mistakes and that he can only bring justice to the demon for his remorseless slaughter. Then the peacock demon imbues his feathers with chi and exposes them to the eyes of the crowd. Those who look at their mesmerizing pattern and glow start transforming into death-craving ghouls. The demon peacock proceeds to suck the life essence of most of the humans, leaving their bodies succumb to dust. He then ascends into a more human-like form, still keeping his wings. The demon then reads the mind of the old village sage to find out where the thing that he's looking for can be found. She points to the temple at the top of the hill. The demon takes off and Shan follows him after finalizing the transformation into his aspect form. The 6th brother, who is now turned into a ghoulish fiend, starts slaughtering people. Xing then tries to stop him from murdering his own son. The curse is too powerful and the 6th brother can't stop himself. Dan sees his brother about to die and finds the courage to grab a plank and try to stop brother Huang, but he's instantly pierced by his hands and mortally wounded. He takes control after hearing Xing's hurling cry for his younger brother and tells him to finish him off while he is still in control. The older brother grabs a stake and ends him. Dan, still breathing, asks the brother for some monk fruit. He gives him one and during his last breath he savors the sweetness of the otherwise sour fruit. Xing begins to weep over his little brother's death. Then it cuts to another battle between the demon and the fire envoy, this time, even more intense and chaotic. They lounge and slash each other for what seems like the entire episode. Shan overpowers the demon and sends him to the ground. The demon then dispatches one of his feathers to notify his allies of what happened. Shan questions him on how he could turn the humans into ghouls. He tells him to find out for himself and points at the secret entrance, now completely in the open. Shan enters the chamber where he finds out that the humans have captured the baby Qilin and have been using his scales to make the panacea. He is enraged. Bai Yi tries to stop him from taking back the baby demon. Shan glances at him. In its last moments, the beast of wrath, Peacock Demon, tells him that the demons will not forgive this act and that they will cleanse the earth of humans to make them atone for their sins. He dies shortly after. The beast of wrath has been slain. Xiao puzzles what's going on and tells Shan to stop, but to no avail. She couldn't think of anything to say to him. We get to see a vision of what seems to be the past. Shan village troubled by a rotting plague, people sent on expeditions to find a cure. That's when they came across the baby Qilin and the dream ends abruptly. Xiao wakes up and so too does her father. She pours some water for him at his request and he then asks her about his brothers. As we know, the 5th and 7th were lightly injured while the 6th died in the attack. After hearing this, 3rd brother starts to cry. Back at the corpse of the demon, we finally get to see the 1st and 2nd brother, Master Qi and Elder Xie. They were long ways away from Shan village when the attack happened and left 3rd brother Bai Yi in command while they were away. We find out from the 2 guards who were looking after the demon's corpse that half of the village is now dead. Master Qi then consumes the wrath beast with a jade-like power. This is the first time the guards see a human manipulating Qi and point out how village chief Qi seems different. We see Qing visiting his brother's grave. The boys who stole food, return the dry fruit to him, apologize and run away. Xiao questions her father in the hopes to find out why the demon attacked them and if it was because of the creature in the chamber. He doesn't see a reason to keep her in the dark, so he starts describing how 3 years in the past a devastating plague struck the village. This plague also caused her memory loss from 3 years back. More than half the village was infected. They were desperate to find a cure, mixing all sorts of herbs. All to no avail. It was hell on earth. Hopelessness and despair followed them constantly. At that moment a young demon appeared. A scale of his fell serendipitously into the village well, and after drinking the water in the well the villagers were completely cured. Xiao understands what must have happened after that. Eldest and 2nd brother show up. Bai Yi is surprised to see the change in their facial appearance. They ask Bai Yi what exactly has happened. They heard the young demon has been taken. He tells them what he's learned and how most of the villagers who took the panacea were all either transformed into ghouls or had their miasmic qi absorbed by the peacock demon. The demon then transformed and even the fire wielder had trouble dealing with it after that. The eldest asks about this fire wielder. Bai Yi lets them know that the fire aspect of the shrouded mountain is the one who took the young demon. If the plague shows up again their extinction would be imminent, so they must retrieve the baby Qilin immediately. Xiao mentions to their uncles that her and the fire aspect know each other. Chief Qi decides that she can try detailing the situation to the fire envoy, and if that doesn't work they'll take back the young demon by force. We are then introduced to the demon realm. The wrath beast's feather has finally reached the demons. They are outraged when they hear about his death. The beast of insanity is now fed up with the humans. He summons all his qi and begins to open the seal to invade the human world. This act sends ripples through the mountains and alerts every fog hill aspect. He then sends the demons to take the sacred beast from them, and we are unfortunately left on a cliffhanger for the next season. That's the end of this video. Thank you for staying till the end. If you enjoyed what you saw, give a like and subscribe to the channel, it helps out a lot. See you in the next video.